My name's Kate Sandel. I'm with the National League of Cities. And we've been working on a project called Communities Learning in Partnership. And we've been working intensely with 7 cities over the last 9 months as they try to develop an implementation plan to improve post-secondary success locally. And those 7 cities are New York City, Jacksonville, Florida, Dayton, Ohio, Phoenix, Arizona, Mesa, Arizona, San Francisco, California, and Riverside, California. And in each community, leaders from the city, community college, and other post-secondary institutions, as well as K-12 leaders and community partners, have been working together to think up strategies that can help them to increase post-secondary success. And they've developed these 3-year implementation plans. And the implementation plans will look at ways to increase community commitment, especially among key stakeholders towards post-secondary success. It's also looking at ways to use data strategically to inform their policy and practice and monitor their progress. They're also looking at developing sustainable partnerships to coordinate and collaborate across multi-institutions. And they're also thinking about different policy and practices that they want to either implement or change. And it's been really exciting. Each community was a little bit at a different place when they started, and they've all made tremendous progress over the last 9 months and are just about to submit their plans.
What was some of the criteria for selecting those cities? I'm sure it's there's maybe some commonalities or some certain qualities you were looking for that they were already engaged in.
Yeah, definitely. We started looking for potential sites with some states that were of interest to the Gates Foundation. And we then looked for communities that had high-performing community colleges. And then another layer was to look at municipal support towards education generally and post-secondary success more specifically. And we did a variety of different scans and interviews of potential sites, narrowed down that list and invited some to apply. And then it was a competitive selection process. And really what we were looking for is not necessarily seeding new partnerships, but seeing where there were some existing relationships where a planning process could be leveraged to take different conversations and collaborations to that next level. And so that was our selection process.
And I know you're in a planning phase now that maybe wraps up in June. What would the next phase of the project look like?
So of the 7 sites that have been in this thus far, we're looking to select 4 of those to receive implementation grants. But ideally, we will continue on to some degree with those 7 sites to support them, ideally through a learning community or something like that, so that they can continue to learn from each other's successes and progress. So 4 of the sites will be receiving grant funding of $3 million over 3 years of up to $1 million a year. And the others we hope to still keep connected, because I think this has been a really exciting time for each of the communities. All of them plan to move forward, even if they don't get funding, and I think they're all setting themselves up to be successful.